All-wheel drive says come out and play. Head for thrills in the hills and take the rugged road less traveled. Trust us, you'll feel better in no time. Doctor's orders, Toyota SUVs. Get a great deal on a roomy new 2019 Toyota Highlander from your Tri-State Toyota dealer at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Chicago is home to heart and hustle. And this February, your vote makes it home to the best basketball players in the world. With NBA All-Star voting presented by Google, you pick the players who will take the court for the 2020 NBA All-Star Game. Cast your vote at NBA.com/vote. Download and vote on the NBA app. Or by searching for NBA All-Star Vote on Google. Vote every day through January 20th.
Do you get confused by wireless network planes? I don't blame you. The most reliable, the most awarded, the best, the fastest, the best and the fastest. It's too much. Sprint is doing things differently. They're offering a
Let's do this.
satisfaction guarantee. I mean, I think Sprint's network and savings are great, but don't just take my word for it. Try out the network and see the savings for yourself. Switch and get both an unlimited plan and the Samsung Galaxy.
John Holcomb, what's up, boy? Joe Walsh, what's up? Rican Legend, what's up, man? Joe Walsh, didn't the Eagles just fire you, bro? I wish I could make this chat, like, full size.
We're back on Sixers pregame live. Look at tonight's starting lineups. The Sixers will once again go with Mike Scott at the 4, Al Horford.
Anybody know? Can I make the chat bigger?
Sabonis, both game time decisions. They'll both start tonight. You can see the back.
It's not.
5 starters averaging almost 13 points a game. Let's go on the floor presented by Meineke, Tobias Harris. Sixers leading scorer.
Oh, Joe Walsh, the rock musician. Oh, that's you, a legend, man. Thanks for being in my chat, man. Let me get an autograph.
Well, he averages in the range, a little over 15 shots a game. And without Joe, yeah, if he hasn't gone, I think you would like for him to get a few more shooting opportunities.
Ben Simmons. Can you guys all hear me? Everybody can hear me? The audio is good and everything? I'm doing this on my phone over here, and I'm watching the chat on my laptop, so I'm trying to, like, figure the whole thing out. Ben's not dropping 21 and 10, man. Ben's dropping, like my man Rican Legend said, Ben's dropping a clean 14 points, man. Best glue guy role player of all time, man. Oh, Crafty. Feed my t-shirt, man. That's dope, man. Shout out to anybody that bought one of those t-shirts already, man. Thank you, guys. Gotta feed Matisse, man. I don't know how many minutes he played last game, but we lost, so I'm gonna say less than 15. No, I'm not on the Xbox. No. I mean, yeah, I do play Xbox One, but I don't play any games online or anything. When is Joe coming back? I don't know, man. I don't know. That finger injury was no joke. Where are the guards? Yes, we definitely need one of those. We definitely need one of those t-shirts. Where are the guards, man? It's hot in my house. What's going on here?
Numbers show right here, he played the second half without getting a field goal, and I think that the fact that he only got 4 shots.
Where are the guards? Bradley Beal and John Wall for Ben Simmons? I don't think the Wizards would even consider doing that. 2 for 1. I would take that trade right now.
He said, I'm struggling, I'm not really getting my shot off. So let me stop shooting. No, sir. Be aggressive at all times.
I hope Pell comes in with some sick blocks. Hell yeah, dude. It's a fun guy to watch. I want to lose 12 games in a row so we can fire Brett Brown. That's legit. Nothing like Philly sports fans rooting against their own team. I've been right there with you plenty of times before, my man.
And I would add, Aim, that most players, when they're in a stretch like that,
Horford and beating Simmons, and you expect to contend? No. I mean, yeah, JR the boy, man. That's absolutely 100% correct. That's where I am with my opinion on this thing, man. It's 2020, and we decided to build a team full of centers, bro. And we thought it was gonna work. We thought it was gonna work. We were like, yo, we're gonna dominate the NBA. Nobody's gonna score on us. We're gonna hold teams to 84 points a game.
Area's best lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs is at O'Reilly Buick GMC at Newtown Square. Discover a huge selection of best-selling Buicks, as well as a large...
Yo, Philly Sports Fanatic, what's up?
You'll love the car buying experience at O'Reilly and count on state-of-the-art service. O'Reilly Buick GMC.
Yeah,
and customer satisfaction awards 5 years.
and I was making fun of myself too, because when I first started this YouTube channel, it was in July, and I was making all these videos about how good the Sixers are going to be, man, and how they're going to be unstoppable. Nobody's going to score in the paint. We're going to lock everybody up on the perimeter. We're going to go 82-0. I didn't actually say that, but Simmons for Ice Trey. Dude. The thing is, and I'm not fully out on Ben Simmons, so, you know, don't think that I am. At the end of the day, I wouldn't trade him right now. He's 23 years old, you know. He's frustrating, but he's 23 years old. And he just doesn't have his mind right yet. And if you guys want to know where my mind was at when I was 23, yeah, bro, it took me to about 33 to get my life together. So I'm going to give Ben Simmons a couple years. Trae Young and Embiid would be nasty. That would be nasty.
When you want an actual meal for just $4, we got you.
You're right. The Sixers can't figure this out, man. Sixers can't figure this out. I mean, the Celtics. The Celtics can't figure this out. They're the only team that can't.
There are a lot of ways.
I'm trying to read like 4 things at once. My bad.
Is by donating a portion of every Hyundai.
John Santos. How am I saying? Am I saying your name right?
So families can come home.
I didn't do a Mavs video because
Hope is our greatest feature.
I didn't get to watch that game. I was DJing a party on Saturday night, and then
Place your sports bets.
consumed way too much alcohol. Then I had a work party on Sunday night that was open bar, so you can imagine how that went. And I've been kicking myself for 2 days now.
Bet point spreads, money lines, and game totals directly from your mobile device.
Let me tell you guys, if you guys are young bucks,
$150. More bets, more
enjoy being able to pop up and run, man. When you hit 30 years old, them hangovers start hitting real. The hangovers got super real when I hit about 30 years old, man. Connor McCoy, I definitely agree with that. A large problem that we have is that we feed into the media hype, and we overhype the hell out of these kids when they're 18 years old, and we think that they're going to come in and change the franchise and win a championship at 21, you know what I mean? So, you're definitely right. You're definitely right, man. I could see Ben Simmons being a 30-point triple-double guy when he's about 27, you know? That's 4 years from now. But he just needs to get out of his own head, man. He just needs to... It's basically simple. All he has to do is shoot the damn ball. That's it. You saw his form. You saw him swishing threes, man. You see him in every day in warm-ups. Just shoot the damn ball. That's the weirdest thing. I'll never be able to figure that out, man. I'll never be able to figure that out. But I was always a shooter. I was always a high-volume shooter. I never had trouble shooting the ball. I probably shot the ball too much my whole life. Matt Moans, there's 6 players you would trade for Ben Simmons. Who are they, bro? Mr. Braggadocious. I don't drink at all. Pass me a blunt over a drink any day. Yeah, you probably don't have hangovers either. I feel you on that. No, I've chilled out a lot over the past like 5-6 years. And that's actually my main problem now, because when I do have like one night where I drink too many, I don't have the tolerance anymore. And it's just a righteous hangover for like 3 days, dude.
plus $1,500 purchase allowance on the 2020 Cadillac XT6.
Oh, Joe Walsh, we need to get the dog more minutes on the camera. Where's she at? She's scared of this. Let me see what this looks like with this light off.
More bold roast blends and flavors than ever, all 100% sustainably sourced. Think Wawa. Grab any size.
It's kind of dark.
Any sizzly breakfast sandwich for $4.
I've been rooting for Philly since '76. You taking it tonight then? Just placed my bet. I'm getting into the action too. Taking the over. No, maybe a player prop.
What are you doing?
You've been thinking. I've been winning. My bet just hit. A round of cheesesteaks for everyone. I'm this guy.
DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
If Philly guys don't want Simmons, we'll give you Hayward for him. Well, Boston has a lot of guards, so that would make sense. That's the only thing. Like, you got to surround Ben with guards. You got to surround Joel with guards, man. Not only do we not have enough guards, we literally don't have any.
Get the idea. Get yours delivered now at PizzaHut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Lowry and picks for Ben Simmons. Nah, I'm good on that, man.
You figure it out.
I like Lowry, but
People are always doing impressive things. So how come
either way,
who do widely challenged
we toss these trade ideas around all the time. They're not going to do it.
baby birthing, office discoing, zero gravity?
I wouldn't trade Cole McDonald's fries for that flopping, complaining softy in Toronto.
Yes.
Facts.
Even taxes. Into it too.
Kyle Lowry is.
Gatorade Zero. All the electric.
He's like James Harden, but not as good. Just flops all day.
Ready for more?
Bring it on.
Gatorade Zero. Get more out of zero.
My friend says you look like you abuse Xanax. Oh. Well, I don't, so. Tell your friend I said thanks for that.
Get a freshly made salad at Wawa. Gotta have a Wawa.
You Philly guys hate Lowry too. Nice. Yeah, we can't stand Lowry, dude. I mean, he's from Philly, so whatever, but he doesn't play like he's from Philly. He plays soft. He flops around and screams at the referees the whole game. DeSwolio, I would definitely trade. Damian Lillard's probably one of the only players I would actually trade straight up for Ben Simmons right now. And if Ben Simmons would become great in 3-4 years, I would just have to live with that. But I would not say no to Damian Lillard. Yeah, Josh Richardson has been very inconsistent, man. Like, he either scores 30 points or he scores like 8. Very inconsistent. But I think it's all about fitting on this team, man, and finding his role and everything, man. Now he's being forced to run point guard basically every game because Brett Brown's finally coming to realization that Ben Simmons is not a point guard. My opinion. It's just ass backwards, man. But it is what it is. Sean Philly, my guy, the Twitter plug.
He's been a problem. A guy who played for Mark Gottfried.
Dog wants to go out right when the game starts.
Gottfried said he's the most gifted offensive player he's ever coached. That's saying something. And the guy who's hurt the 76ers on a number of occasions. Why? Because he's so efficient, making over 2/3 of his shots.
I saw Ben shooting a bunch of three-pointers in warm-ups. Is he going to do it in the game?
As of late, because of what the coaching staff has wanted to do, he's been active defensively.
2 weeks ago, the Warren had 21 Pacers win. Tonight, the Sixers looking to slam the door on their road losing streak on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Matt Moans. Let's pause on that name, bro. Do you be watching Broads? Sports Talk with Broads? Yeah, of course. I love Broads' channel. He's a real radio guy. Like, he's real analytical. He's real, like, just kind of covers the game. He does a great job, though. I would rather listen to Broge than like anybody else, like, you know, ESPN or any of the, most of the guys on Philly Sports Radio. Ben Simmons for Alex Caruso. Oh, man. I love when Ben practices threes and never does it in a game. Yeah, me too. Clifford Ballard, who said Embiid would play 70 games this year? Can't predict that, can you? I think Brogues is pretty hard on Ben Simmons.
Human beings are born to care for one another. It's just not.
I mean, I don't watch all of his videos, but I've watched him before. I've heard him talk down on Ben Simmons before after, you know, a weak performance or 6 shot attempts in 42 minutes. I think he defends Brett Brown though. And nah, that ain't something I'm gonna do. I liked Brett Brown, but I mean there's too many things that happen, too many things that Brett Brown has said and done or not said and done, and I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. Ty Johnson on Mike Missinelli show said that he would trade Ben Simmons for Devin Booker straight up. And I don't think I would do that. Yet. 23 years old.
Thanks, Amy. Coach, a couple of weeks ago against Indiana, I remember it was the defensive execution and specifically
Rican legend, yeah, I can.
Pleased with the most. What do you want to see
I mean,
on that end of the floor tonight?
You could try to predict the future, but an NBA team's not going to make a decision like that.
Joel, you know, and it most rears its head in pick and roll defense.
Here's Brett. Let's hear him say a whole bunch of words and not say anything.
You know, the level that Al Horford is up, trying to show some level of resistance to a bunch of Indiana guards that are capable scorers. And if you look at sort of just the math, how good they are, you know, with the long pull-up, the long two. And so trying to
Joshua Nazareth, do we have a championship team? Absolutely not.
Is rolling, you know, with a
this is not a championship team.
And maybe you get into a scrambled environment. I hope to be more precise.
This whole thing needs reconstructed.
Than we were, especially in the second half against Dallas.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you, Amy.
All right, thanks so much, Serena. Yeah, that was pretty much an abysmal game. It could have been a defining game. They lost 115-97 in Indiana.
Brett just says a lot of words and never answers the actual question. You know, he'll be like, well, you know, you just have to think about like the way that you're going to approach these games and the philosophy that you're thinking about going with, and then bro, he just does that for like an hour. I'm like, what are you saying? Tyrese Sanders, that is 100%.
Yeah, almost without exception.
That is 100% how I feel.
In this league, and in any
I said that last year. I don't know why we made Ben Simmons a point guard in the first place. He never played point guard. That's a skill that a certain player has, to be able to run an offense from the top of the key. Ben, to me, is clearly a point forward, grab the rebound and run transition guy. And by the way, Ben Simmons in transition is one of the most unstoppable, unbelievable things. And so I do trash Ben, I do get on him. But I also appreciate what he is. And when he runs the transition, I appreciate what he does in transition and his rebounding and his defense. But the point that I always make is if it was 2016 again and somebody said, hey man, this kid from LSU, he's never going to be an offensive threat. He's going to score 14 points per game his whole career, but he's going to play really great defense. You wouldn't draft him number one. That's not how that works. You don't. The number one pick in the draft is not somebody that you drafted to pass the ball and play defense. That's a late first round, second round player. That's a Draymond Green, dude. That's what's frustrating about it. And it racks my brain when people defend it because I'm like, were you guys here 4 years ago? When we were watching him in college? The hype was crazy. This is a 6'10" left-handed LeBron James. He was going ham in the summer league. It was like he was putting on a show every day. The summer league games were sold out to watch Ben Simmons. And he was shooting jumpers in the summer league. That was 4 years ago. See, you guys got me started on the Ben Simmons. Yeah, Ben likes to bring the ball up, and then he hands it to Josh Richardson. It just doesn't make sense.
76ers basketball is being brought to you by Toyota.
Mr. Gabagoo, I said in a video a couple days ago that I would probably just jump off a bridge if I had to decide who to trade because I don't see a win here. Did I mess up my live? Am I still good?
TJ Warren, Domantas Sabonis will be the forwards. Miles Turner in the middle with Jeremy Lamb and Malcolm Brogdon, who's had some back issues lately, but he is in the lineup tonight to face the Sixers. Take the Sixers all to go.
We're back. My bad. My phone was ringing.
Your device with the My Teams app being brought to you by your Delaware Valley Chevy dealer.
Anyway, no, I got horrible luck, and if I was the GM, if I traded Ben Simmons, he would become an absolute stud superstar somewhere else, and Joel Embiid would tear both of his ACLs the next day. So it's like, do you try to build the team around Embiid, or do you try to build the team around Simmons because you can't guarantee Embiid's going to be healthy? I don't know. It's tough. Devin Harris, that's exactly how I feel, dude. Yep. And I think that's what will happen this season. If we get bounced in the first or second round, they'll probably try a different coach before they break the whole thing up.
So the Sixers meeting the halfway.
Yes, like every other Sixer that gets traded. Yep. Turn into a stud, man.
Losing to Dallas a couple of nights ago, and we are running tonight from Bankers Lake Fieldhouse. Third of 4 meetings between.
Yeah, Tyree, I agree, man. All right, here we go. I like that Brett's going with this lineup that he ran the other night. Mike Scott starting at the power forward as long as he's making some shots. I know Mike Scott has not been anything to brag about this season. Mike Scott had disappeared real quick. That's a horrible shot. There we go. Oh! Tobias gets blocked at the rim. You gotta punch that, man. Tobias is kind of soft sometimes. You gotta dunk that. Josh running the point. Now we got Ben in the post. Hit that turnaround jumper. Come on. Give it to me. Give me the turnaround. Bruh. Anybody who watches my videos knows how much I hate that damn right-handed hook shot, man. I hate it. It's weird. It doesn't make sense. It's the wrong angle. It's off the wrong foot. It's... Oh. How in 4 years nobody even taught Ben Simmons a single post move, man? Right up. And one. Good stuff right there. Mike Scott is trash. Double R, you're absolutely right. If we had any type of point guard that could create for himself and make others better. Yeah. This team, you can just tell by looking at it. It's a bunch of forwards. There's no point guard on the floor. There's no floor general in the half court. Ben Simmons is a very, very talented power forward. Just don't know why he takes some games off completely, man. Now we got guys fighting over rebounds. What happened to Mike Scott? Yeah, I don't know, man. 7 road wins. Tyree, exactly. Like, I really try not to trash the guy, but if you really look at his game, dude, he won't shoot the ball from the outside. He won't shoot a mid-range. And if you watch him in the post, he literally doesn't have post moves, bro. He doesn't have a turnaround jumper in the post. He doesn't have an up and under. He doesn't have a lefty hook, and he's supposed to be left-handed. I just don't get it. This guy has so much natural talent, but it's like he never actually learned any fundamentals in the half court. And it just makes perfect sense that Brett Brown's trying his hardest to get this guy to shoot, and he still won't do it. I don't think he's listened to anybody his whole life, because he's always been bigger, faster, and stronger than everybody. It's a problem. Then you get to the NBA where people can stop you. What is going on, bro? The highlights from the Mavs game I watched, Horford did that a lot. He just stands there, man. Wasn't he supposed to be a good interior defender? He gives up on plays all the time. Ben Simmons is a bigger Rajon Rondo. Yeah, I mean, honestly, even Rajon Rondo shoots the ball, dude. Not well, but he shoots it. Dude, there was a game where Rajon Rondo had 21 assists and 0 points. That's hilarious. What is this? Double teaming Harris. Dude. Dude.
Also played well here New Year's Eve afternoon, had 20 points, shot 50% for the floor. That's third best on the squad.
This offense is so easy to shut down. I know we're up 8-2 right now. I don't know how, because those last couple possessions were horrible. Brogdon bangs one. He's an ugly jumper too, but you know what? He shoots it when he's open. Hey, Mike Scott's making some shots. Sean Philly, right when you said Mike Scott can't shoot threes anymore, he hit 2 of them. Philly Mike in the building. What's up, Philly Mike? You guys, if you guys aren't subscribed to Philly Mike, go subscribe to Philly Mike, man. He does awesome Eagles and Sixers videos. He's a la TJ Warren's boyfriend. Philly Boy 215, what's up? Allah Abdenabi is a... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like half of the things the guy says. He also talks a lot. He does a lot of educating when he wasn't like a great basketball player himself.
just $299 a month. Only at your local Ford store.
Dramatic, you're absolutely right, man. Philly Mike, I gotta start playing some daily fantasy. What does that mean? Like FanDuel and stuff?
New Year's resolutions are hard. But using the award-winning X-Men voice
This is a la like Cork Miles.
easy. Mornings are hard. But a free upgrade to gig speed internet.
Joey, do your thing, man. Complain a lot about Al Horford, man. $100 million backup center, man. We just can't have great things in Philly, man. We just can't. Even the Eagles were disappointing this year, and we won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, but it still doesn't feel like that Super Bowl was like a magical thing for some reason, you know? And then we go right back to being injury-riddled and underperforming and bad coaching and over under Ben scored 18 points. I think he has a couple already, but he had 8 points in the first quarter against the Mavs and scored 3 the rest of the game. Josh Richardson being consistent would help us out a lot. No. Splash. Brett's yelling at people. Brett's getting fed up. He knows his job's on the line. Oh. Yeah, Ron L, you're right, man. I don't know why they haven't give Shayok a look yet. You know, like the dude's tearing up the G League, like 30 points a game. And I understand competition's not the same, but you gotta just. Ron, D'Angelo Russell? Ben for D'Lo? Did you guys see that video I put up about talking about that rumor? Yeah, the Ben stands got real mad about that, man. Dramatic, you're absolutely right. Ben is a killer on defense, but the point I always make is you don't draft a guy number 1 overall to be good at defense. That's Draymond Green. You get that in the late first and the second round. You draft a guy number 1 overall to change your franchise, bro. To be, in 3 or 4 or 5 years, to be one of the best in the league. Yeah, I would do Tobias for D-Russ, too. Because that's another contract that I don't like. Tobias Harris's max contract. I'm not a big fan of that either. Bro, TJ Warren averages 25 points against us. How's that even possible? TJ Warren has a career day every time he plays us. We could have had Malcolm Brogdon in the offseason very easily. We chose not to sign a point guard.
Excellent Sixer defense springs the break. Brown saying White isn't actually delayed, down screen, double team, I should say.
13 to 10.
Meantime, Ben Simmons' third bucket.
I don't feel like we score a lot of points, man. A lot of times I look at the TV, I'm like, we got 33 points midway through the second quarter. I'm like, we don't have. Like we're barely gonna scratch 20 points in this first quarter.
Harris thinking about a three, fakes the pass and throws down two. Tobias Harris, his second bucket.
Nice little fake, too. He kind of looked off that defender who was deciding whether to play him or the pass.
Jalen Rose, what's up? That tweet about Ben Simmons' jump shot was fire and funny. What, the fabulous tweet? John Marr, I don't think they're going to trade Ben Simmons, man. So if we get bounced in the first round, they would probably just fire Brett Brown and try to do something different that way before they break up two of them. Go hard! Joshua Pierce, what's up? I said back in 2016 we should have drafted Ingram. Nah. It's just the way Ben is playing right now. He's in his own head. Brandon Ingram does not have the potential that Ben Simmons has. But is Ben Simmons ever going to play up to that potential is the question. Fire and threes. 1 for 8. Ingram, Fulton, and Embiid. Markelle Fultz is another thing that just Philly luck, man. You ever see a guy tear up college like that, averaging 30 points a game? I mean, shooting jumpers from everywhere, step back threes, crossing people over and everything, and then gets to the NBA and suddenly forgets how to shoot? Do you ever see that before in your life? I've never seen that before. That's only Philadelphia luck right there. TJ Warren loves playing us. He wakes up like it's Christmas morning, bro. I'm playing the Sixers today. Career day.
Have we done this before?
I want to see Tobias back at the 4. Yeah, that's what he's supposed to be playing. We got a power forward playing. And then when Embiid comes back, we still run Horford and Embiid. We got Ben's a power. We got 4 power forwards on the floor, man.
My focus is on the road. I'm not saving me cash with DriveWise. Who's the dummy now?
Yeah, Dominic, I agree. Ben was the better prospect easily, and Ben's still the better prospect, but he just needs to shoot the ball, and that's it, man. That's it.
Dear Jack Frost, people say you've got ice in your veins, but underneath it all, you're just a big old softie.
Average players always go off against us, dude. And the Sixers made. I think we made a couple careers, man. We made Spencer Dinwiddie. That guy has roasted us his entire NBA career. I remember a couple years ago, like, who is this dude? Just, oh my God. TJ Warren. Seth Curry turns into Steph Curry when we play the Mavs. It's crazy, man. Davis Bertans lit us up for 35 points at one. Dude. Al Horford should come off the bench, man. I totally agree. I thought that's what should have happened in a week into the season. I don't know why we thought we could run a team with 4 centers on the floor. Yeah, Marcus Smart turns into Steph Curry too. You're absolutely right, man. That's the only reason that Celtics game was kind of close the first 3 quarters, because Marcus Smart was hot. That would have been a blowout if it wasn't for him. Jessica Brown, what's up? Yeah, this is how we shot against the Mavs, and we're shooting that way again. 1 for 8. I think we just, man, Elton Brand came in and just put a bunch of players together. Took a chance. Certain players need certain roles and fits, man. Tobias Harris even needs certain players around him and certain fits, I think. Who's the little white guy that played for Atlanta that killed us too that one time? Hoyter or something? I can't remember his name, dude. He killed us one time. Never heard of him. Yep, Derrick Jones Jr. Threes from the corner, just all of a sudden just. Norvell Pell getting some run right here. This is why I didn't like the Horford signing in the first place, because you can find a backup center in the NBA. You don't have to pay $100 million for one, bro. That is insane. Sam Hinkie would not have messed with the cap room like this. Elton Brand just came in here spending money like nobody's business, man. Yo, my friendly pup, thanks for that. We need some super chat donations. This man works hard. I do. I agree. Thank you. It doesn't feel like work because it's fun and it's something that I care about and I'm passionate about. But yeah, I do put a lot of time in on YouTube, man. I don't know how to super chat anyway. Like I legitimately don't know how to do that. People can donate money. Doug McDermott, another Sixer killer. Dougie McBuckets. Oh, I just said it. I said it right before he said it. What? Why do you want that? You don't need that. Look, you got all the stuffing out of this. There's nothing left. Oh, there's something. That's the only thing left. You don't have to pay me. Nobody has to pay me. How do you turn on super chat? Can I do that right here? I don't know how to turn on super chat. Yeah, a lot of guys make money on Twitch, man. TJ McConnell, yep. Just makes perfect sense. We lose to TJ McConnell, we lose to Markelle Fultz. I'm in Canada. What time is it? It is 7:31 p.m. right here. But I'm in Hershey, PA.
It's just, there's so much pressure. I just don't know what it is.
You got a screw in your head.
You always do this.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
No, you want to fix it.
I don't know. Pell is good, but when it comes to stopping Kawhi and Giannis and LeBron, we need both Embiid, Horford, and Simmons.
Sometimes fixing your car is
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Pure auto insurance.
I think maybe in 2020 my personal opinion is we totally overvalued size and defense and added absolutely no shooting to our team. That's the problem here. You know, the Warriors won all those rings not by, well, they played great defense, don't get me wrong, but they outscored everybody. That's how they were so dominant. We're not outscoring anybody with this lineup. We got to grind out every single victory and hold the opponent to like 98 points. That's how we win games. Yeah. My nightmare is they trade Embiid and we're stuck with Horford. No, they're not, that's not going to happen. I don't think that is a nightmare. Horford is a solid center. I'm not talking trash on the guy. But worth that contract, eh. John Marr, I live in Hershey, Pennsylvania, man. I lived in Northwest Philly years back. Girard Ave, baby, right across from the zoo. Yeah, we do try to play 80s and 90s style ball, we do. Bully ball! But see, when NBA teams are raining threes on you, this guy lights us up too. Justin Holiday, is that his name? When NBA teams are raining threes, man, you can play all the bully ball you want. It ain't the 90s. This ain't the Detroit Pistons, man. This ain't the... Plus, I mean, they're going to call fouls on you too, so you can't really play bully ball. Dog's barking at the neighbor. Trey Burke floater. Why didn't Pell get that? Josh Richardson. Wide open. Shoot it. They just left Josh Richardson so wide open. Hey, stop. Wow, TJ with a dime. Dougie Buckets messed it up. Refs don't allow bully ball. Absolutely correct. You're right, Ness 35. You're right. They tried to copy what Toronto did last year with Gasol, Ibaka, and Siakam. The only difference is Gasol shoots from the outside, Siakam shoots from the outside, Ibaka shoots from the outside. So you can have those big guys on the court and there's still enough spacing because they all shoot from the outside. We need Embiid to be in the paint. We also need Ben Simmons to be in the paint. Tobias Harris likes to be in the paint sometimes. Al Horford's in the paint. There's only, what is it, 6 feet wide? 8 feet wide, bro? The paint's not that big. Oh, man. If I was Embiid and Simmons, I would get out here ASAP. They won't win no title here unless they get a new coach, new GM. How can you pick a team with no shooting in this time of age? Mr. Hayden, absolutely. I don't know, man. I don't know why we thought this was a good idea to surround Ben Simmons with no shooters. If you're going to play to Ben Simmons' strengths, you got to litter the floor with shooters. If you're going to play to Joel Embiid's strengths, you got to litter the floor with shooters. How in the world did we think it was a good idea to add, I don't know. I wish the 76ers would have kept Jimmy instead of Tobias. At least you have a closer and sign some shooters. Yeah. I don't think Jimmy Butler was a big fan of Ben Simmons. I don't think Jimmy Butler was a big fan of Brett Brown. Jimmy Butler is also rich and single and wanted to live in Miami, so. If I was Jimmy Butler, I'd probably choose that Miami nightlife myself. We are shooting 1 for 11 from 3.
assists, leads the league in steals, loose balls recovered. He is fourth in deflection.
No, Tobias is not garbage. Tobias just...
Picked it up this year on the defensive end.
It's all about spacing, man. If you look at Tobias on that Clippers team when he was scoring like 21 points a game, man, like, it's all about spacing, man. He had space to go to work, man. This floor is clogged. There, wide open. Sean, every time you talk trash on somebody, they score, man. Keep it up.
Simmons off McDermott miss. Again, you can see all the teams now, they line up right there at the foul line to stop Simmons from transition. That time rolling in, unfinished business for him is Harris.
Dunk the damn ball, dude. You're 6'10".
Free throw line usually dictates close up on Ben. Norvell Pell with the initial block there, and it's tracked down by Simmons. Here are the Sixers shooting just a few ticks above 32%.
At least Indiana's not really scoring either. This game might end like 60-58, dude. Oh my god, that was a horrible shot.
Josh Richardson opens this game 1 for 5.
The crowd's chanting to Ben Simmons shoot a jumper. Oh my god. He's just bringing this all on himself. It just doesn't make sense. It would be so easy to end it by just shooting the ball. I don't get it. You're getting scrutinized all over the world, dude. Every media outlet. I just don't understand why you would do that to yourself. Why wouldn't you rather just shoot the ball? You know what I mean? Why would you choose... Listen, I could just shoot the ball. Or I could totally refuse to shoot the ball and get scrutinized by everybody forever. Why would you choose that? When you could literally just shoot the ball. Oh, God. What's Simmons' numbers so far? I don't know. I don't have my phone's recording the video, so I'll just look it up. Joey Beatty, that's exactly what it is. That's what's so frustrating about the whole thing. He can shoot. We watched him shoot. I watched the dude shoot threes in summer, not threes in summer league, but he was shooting mid-range jumpers in summer league, swishing them. And then he pulls that deep one in the preseason game, gets us all hype again. It looks good. He just won't do it.
Ask your doctor about Humira citrate free, the same Humira you trust, with less pain immediately following injection.
The famous meat lovers pizza from Pizza Hut. Over a pound.
Yeah, two games in a row. I bet $10 on Ben Simmons triple double, and he didn't do it. And tonight I didn't do it, so he's gonna get a triple double definitely. We hired a GM that was on our roster a few years ago. Elton has no experience. He went out and paid his 33-year-old buddy $100 million. Yeah, you might not be wrong there. You might not be wrong. Yeah. I don't know, man. But Brett Brown had a lot to do with it, too. The whole thing got messed up when we ran Sam Hinkie out of town with the Colangelo family and all that mess, man. Sam had a long-term plan, dude, and the NBA wouldn't let it happen. Make the Lowry trade, need heart and passion. Nafis Austin, his mechanics are bad, so in pro games he can't get the shot off. No, that's literally not true at all. Ben Simmons can get the shot off whenever he wants to. He has 10 feet of space every time he has the ball in his hand. And you've seen him shoot it from the corner And you've seen him shoot it in that preseason game with a guy right on him. The man was right in his face and he shot it. He can shoot. He just won't. G-Ops, what's up? What are you doing over here? Sounds like you're ripping the couch. And if that's happening, I'm going to be angry.
Nate McMillan, 55 a sports season. He's up there on the all-time victories list of NBA head coaches. All-around player.
What WTF are the Sixers doing? I don't know. What did happen with James Ennis? I didn't hear about that. I haven't seen him in this game. I'm sorry I can't watch this team anymore. We look lost offensively. Literally looks like a 4th grade middle school team. Yes. You know what it looks like? It looks like if you tried to play basketball with a bunch of power forwards and no point guard on the floor. That's exactly what it is. It's a bunch of dudes that need somebody to set them up, and there's nobody on the floor to set them up in the half court. A great point guard in the half court makes everybody's game easier, man. If we just went point guard, Ben at the 4, and Beat at the 5. Oh! Korkmaz should have... He should have put the hand on him. It looks like a poorly constructed team. I agree. Can't believe we're struggling against a 6th seed team. Well, I mean, we're a 6th seed team, basically. Or we're just not the great team that everybody thought we were going to be. A lot of talent. Maybe it's the coach. I'm just not seeing any guards. Is this the first time Korkmaz is in the game? You telling me we shot 1 for 12 and he just now put Korkmaz in the game? K-Step, your dog looks depressed watching this team. The process. Shocking how it's taking out this long to make a move. Yes. And I don't know what his plan is, man. I don't know what anyone's plan is. Listen. I don't know. What does Brett Brown even... There you go. You can see... Ben can do that all day long. It's just a matter of him choosing to do it. That's all it is. I just don't know why he's so aggressive some games and then some games he just is just not. Give your dog some food, he looks hungry. It's a girl, A. B, she already ate dinner. She's probably wondering why I won't shut up. She's like, why are you talking to a computer? John Dobro, what's up? Joey Beatty, Ben is a monster. Ben can be a monster when he chooses to be one. He's otherworldly outside of shooting. Yeah, but shooting happens to be a very large part of playing basketball, so. I mean,
Gwynedd Mercy University. Select from a variety of
you know what I mean?
degrees or study nursing at one of our convenient campus locations.
It's like, it's like a kitchen with no stove in it, you know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, I have a really good refrigerator, you know, I have really nice cabinets. Yeah, you need a stove, dude. That was a stupid analogy. You should continue to live stream each game. It's fun. I don't have time usually to do it. With the work that I do, man. I'm a DJ and a bartender. Straight up. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm usually at home. Wednesday nights I'm at work. Thursday nights I'm at work. Friday nights I'm at work. Saturday nights I'm at work. So, but if one day I would start, you know, making some money on YouTube or something, I would probably make it more of a priority. Are they home? No, they're in Indiana. Morty K, live stream every game. We need a coach who had a strong discipline mentality. Yes, we do. No more friendly stuff, man. Participation trophies. Yeah, Brett's just too nice. It just is what it is. Well, lucky for us, Indiana's shooting horribly too, so we can still win this game. Unless DJ Warren goes off. Philly Mike, I watch on Comcast Cable. Yeah, I pay that $200 Comcast bill every month. I cut cable one time, and I had Sling TV, and last season I had Sling TV. And I was watching the opening game, the opening season opener. What the hell am I trying to say? I was watching the season opener against the Celtics, and it was close in the fourth quarter, and my internet froze with like 2 minutes left. So I had to go right back to cable after that because I can't handle that kind of stuff. Plus, there's too much of a lag on streaming services, man. Like, I would look at Twitter and know what happened before it happened on my TV. I don't like that either. Well, Ben's having a good game, man. Ben's having a nice aggressive game. He just needs to keep it up, man. Like, there's no... See, the thing is, right now, he has 16 points. There's no reason for him to not drop 30 in this game. Oh, that was bad. Wow! How in the world did he miss that? Come on, Korkmaz! You pay $136 for Fios phone, internet, and TV. That's pretty good. Well, Comcast always tells me it's going to be $130, and then I get the bill and it's $178 or $189 or... It is what it is with those idiots. They always rip me off. I also add like everything to it, like, you know, Showtime, all the stuff. So I'm just so used to paying $200 for it, whatever. Yeah, Scamcast, absolutely. Then you go on demand, and there's TV shows that you gotta buy individual episodes. I'm like, wait a minute, I pay a monthly bill, and then I gotta buy things on top of that? Come on, bro. Jay Rich, nice jump shot. it will disappear in the second half. I hope it doesn't. I hope Ben stays aggressive. Drops 30 on him.
Oklahoma City and Richardson was terrific in both of those games. Sixers, of course, got him from the Miami Heat. It was a 14 deal. Jimmy Butler going to the Heat. He's only 26, so
Justin Holiday out there finishing like Lord Covington. Covington used to blow layups, dude. Covington does good things, but we overhyped the hell out of him when he was in Philly, man. Damn, Matisse, just go straight up with that thing. Dude, I've never seen so much inconsistent shooting in my life, man. 3 for 16. John Marr, don't you remember when Ben had 27 at halftime against the Cavs or whatever it was? Didn't play the fourth quarter, scored 34 points. 26. There you go. Philly 0024. What's up? Yeah, Brogdon instead of Al Horford. That to me that would have made perfect sense. You looked at this roster and said, "What do we need? We need a point guard. We need shooters," and we sign a backup center. Jay Rich, running point. Ben's in the dunker spot. Horford's in the block. Swing that. Is he going to shoot a jumper? Oh, he goes right to the hole. See how easy that is, man? It's a mismatch. You can do that all the time. There's a good block, Matisse. It's just like we play a 5-out 3-point shooting offense and we don't have those style players on the team. That's a good move by Al. Thanks, Jalen Rose. Appreciate that. Where's James Ennis? I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to James Ennis. That was a splash right there. How long do you think Embiid will be out? I haven't heard anything. They said reevaluated in 2 weeks, but dude, when you jack up your finger like that, man, especially on, is that his shooting hand or is it his left hand? It was his left hand, but it's hard to come over a swollen finger, man. I've jammed fingers playing ball growing up. Sometimes you jam that thing so bad that it's swollen for like a month. And Embiid's went completely sideways, so I could imagine what that thing looked like in the morning or 2 days later. Surprised he didn't Instagram a picture of it or something. Right up! You already know Joel's going to come back out of shape. I thought Embiid lost 25 pounds in the offseason. That was the hype too this summer, is that Embiid was going to be like faster, more agile, and he lost 25 pounds, and then he comes in and looks more sluggish than he did last year. Go hard! Yes! It's all about mindset, man. I'm putting the ball in the hoop and nobody's stopping me. That's the mindset this kid has to have. That injury might make him beat fatter. I don't think he's fat. I think people maybe just aren't used to what a 7'2", 260-pound dude looks like. A lot of people say he has bad body language. He looks like he doesn't want to be out there. I just think that's how he runs. I just think that's how he looks. I think Joel wants to be out there. And I don't really think he's in horrible shape. I just think he's a gigantic person. You know? He's not going to be sprinting up and down the court and making plays like a 6'8" small forward. Exactly, Dominic, man. If Ben played like this and just added so much as a corner three-point shot to his game, he would be unstoppable, completely unstoppable. That's why the trade thing is crazy, because he's only 23. The potential is there. Why do you want to go outside again? The potential is there. John Pucko. Will we see aggressive Ben in the second half? I hope so. What's he have, 19 points right now? I would like for Ben to have a 30-point triple-double. That would be good for his confidence. That would be good for a lot of things. Ben can play like this every game if Brett Brown moves Embiid out of the way. Yeah, but how can you move Embiid out of the way? Unless you trade him. I mean, but if you've noticed recently when Embiid is healthy, Brett almost plays two different lineups. He plays Embiid and Trey Burke, and then he plays Ben Simmons and Al Horford. So you almost have to play two different lineups because they're two different style of player, and they don't fit together, man. I remember Max Kellerman said it like 2 years ago, and I can't stand Max Kellerman, and I hate to admit that he was right.
Halftime Live is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Embiid for Jokic? No, I'm good. I am not a Nikola Jokic fan at all. We are 3 for 16 from 3. Somebody's at my door. Why are you scaring me like that, man? That's creepy as hell.
Get up. Get going.
Joshua Pierce, exactly. Horford doesn't compliment Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid, so the signing just doesn't make sense to me.
Use it until you like what you see. To reduce a little gray every time you wash. For subtle, natural-looking results. Reduce your grays gradually with Control GX from Just for
Argued with a Warriors fan today about them saying D'Lo for Embiid is a fair trade. No, it's not a fair trade. D'Angelo Russell doesn't make a team good like Embiid does. Embiid's offense combined with his defensive impact is just, he changes the game completely. If you guys remember a couple years ago, before Ben Simmons was even on the team, and it was just Embiid and like a bunch of D-League players, Robert Covington, TJ McConnell, all those guys, and they won like 12 games. They went like 12-5 and until Embiid went down again, but he makes the team good automatically with his offense and his defense combined. No, my dog is outside. I let my dog out.
At the heart of every Buick Encore is you. Current eligible GM lessees get $19 for $119 per month. No interest.
What are you barking at?
Plus, current eligible GM owners get $12.50 purchase allowance from Finance GM Financial.
It's like 100 fire trucks down the street. I don't know what's going on down there, but. Tony Roten was my dude.
Back here on Halftime Live, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. We'll get Monument Circle and
Tony Roten played hard, man. He played his heart out.
at the half. We welcome you Insider Studios.
He can't shoot a basketball, but he played hard.
Ben Simmons is on a different level right now. 20 points already in the half. Yes, that's the second time his career's had 20 points. He was 6 back in December of this same season.
Give us Donovan Mitchell, Bradley Beal, someone who can shoot the ball. Donovan Mitchell can't shoot the ball. He can. Not a high percentage. I want a high percentage shooter. I don't want Kevin Love either. I don't understand that either. We need guards, man. The last thing I want is another damn power forward on this team. You're right. Kevin Love can space the floor. You're not wrong, but we need some guards, man. Da Silva, what's up, hater? Nice of you to show up. The troll himself, man. Talking trash in the comments every single video. But for some reason you watch all my videos. We'll give you Brown for Ben straight up. Jaylen Brown? No. Nobody wants overrated Jaylen Brown.
I don't blame you. The most reliable, the most awarded, the best, the fastest, the best and the fastest. It's too much. Sprint is doing things differently. They're offering a 100% total satisfaction guarantee.
Luke Kennard, I like him. CJ McCollum, yes, I like him. I would love CJ McCollum. Donovan Mitchell needs 30 shots to score 30 points. If the Blazers really wanted to trade McCollum, I think they would do it for Al Horford. Maybe. Josh Brill. I might put it on. I don't really get into college football too much for some reason. I just don't really pay attention to it enough. I don't even pay that much attention to NFL playoffs when the Eagles are out. I'm not a big Jaylen Brown fan. He is averaging like a decent percentage this year, I mean points per game. Just disappears sometimes, but he's young too though. Tatum is too. Yeah, Damian Lillard would be perfect. Blazers aren't taking Horford, they already have 6 power forwards. That's probably true.
This was always a process. Every drive, every steal, every flex.
What if Ben Simmons was the 4 and we got a point guard for Tobias Harris? Yeah, that would be nice.
It means everything. It takes all of us.
Just some of these contracts are not going to be easy to trade, man.
All generations, all neighbors, all people, all together.
Markieff Morris, yeah. I like him too. He's another power forward though. JJ Watt reported you on Twitter for what? All these great guards y'all name and none of them never did anything. Well, is a team sport.
Well, I'd say two things, Aim. Number one,
So
they have to keep the same kind of defense.
you could be a really great guard and never win anything if you don't have a good team around you.
That was probably the focus.
I mean, you're not going to tell me Bradley Beal's not great. You're not going to tell me Damian Lillard's not great. You're not going to like. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, Mark, we've seen maybe Josh Richardson struggle a little bit. Do you expect him to go a little bit more aggressive in the second half?
Josh Richardson 2 for 7 right now, 4 points. That's the only thing to face up against Schwartz at home. He's amazing. The wrong team to find himself defeated aggressive. Tobias Harris is 7 now. Look at how many going as well.
Richardson, the current Eastern Conference Player of the Week rating right now. All right, Mark Jackson, as you line it up, and through this has been DraftKings Sportsbook.
James Ennis, Zaire Smith, and some picks for Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. Why would the Miami Heat do that?
Halftime Live is brought
Yeah, basketball's a team sport, so
America's top-rated sportsbook app. All
if you add a really good guard to this team, it would help us out a lot.
Around the corner, and it's time to get your kids signed up for the #1 camp in the NBA, 76ers Camp, presented by Boston Orthopedics and powered by ESF.
My favorite thing about Christmas camp is all the friends you meet.
Everybody keep it. Girls go to the party, guys. I like making new friends with different cultures. Christmas camp, you know, I love it.
We need Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. Yeah, well,
Meet 76ers players, coaches, and other NBA stars. Register your child now at 76erscamp.com or call 6
that's a nice dream. What fool would take Zaire Smith? Yeah, I totally agree. A lottery pick that can't even get in the NBA.
There he is. Oh, wow. You're doing really great with the twirl.
Embiid gets too much credit. He's overrated. Okay, Mr. Gabagoo. Now you're wilding out a little bit. You need to take it easy, bro.
Like I wasn't here.
Oh, the caps lock. You need to have yourself a drink. Relax.
This is my Stardust mattress. It comes in your choice of ultra, plush, or extra firm. Either way, it's so comfy. Your dreams will be the stuff of legend.
Richardson at small forward.
Of individually wrapped innerspring coils and comfy bottom
Yeah.
used with cooling gel for temperature regulation and pressure relief. And with Bob's discount.
Duncan Robinson is 6 in 3-point shooting. Yeah, he is, which is exactly why the Miami Heat aren't going to trade him for Zaire Smith.
Yep, just $6.99.
What happened to Shia? Yeah, I don't know.
Only at Bob's Discount Furniture. Nothing.
It's just the way things go, man. And even if they brought up Shia, Brett Brown wouldn't put him in the game. He would sit. It took the guy 30 games to play Trey Burke, dude. Embiid is so good, we're looking for a closer. Well, Embiid is a center who gets double teamed every time he touches the ball, so it's not easy for him to be a closer, especially when the spacing is bad.
People take museum quality photos of things every day. Like, Greg.
Why do people think Zaire Smith has so much trade value? I have no idea. I really don't.
And then don't forget your parking spot.
Saw Mikal Bridges last night get a steal and a nice dunk, and I'm like, I mean, the kid's not like a star or anything, but what the hell did we trade? We drafted Mikal Bridges, the hometown Philly kid, turn around and trade him in a time when we needed shooters. Turn around and trade him for a project, bro. How long is the process supposed to last before you stop trading players away for more projects? Any recommended trades for Tobias Harris? I don't know, man. I don't know if it's even possible to trade him on a max contract at this point. I think but I definitely would not be against trading Tobias Harris. I mean, he's just man to me. He's like good, but not max contract player, I don't think. TJ Warren. Over the back, man. Good lord. How does a referee not call that? Turnaround jumper. He won't do it. Come on, Ben. He won't do it. He just forced Mike Scott to shoot that twice. Oh my god. Jeremy Lamb. Would have liked him. Little shooter. I say little, like he's not bigger than me. You cannot have Cheez-Its. Kareem Pilgrim, what's up? Yeah, I want Landry Shamet back too. I was a huge Landry Shamet fan. That was an impulsive trade too, and I don't really understand it. Dried up his tray. Cute doggy. Thank you. Boxer Boston Terrier. And she thinks she's about to get a Cheez-It, which she's not. They will be all right. Just have to wait for the playoffs. This team is built for the playoffs. I don't understand why people say that. What does that mean? This team is built for the playoffs. What does that mean? Because they won't call as many fouls in the playoffs and we can play hard defense bully ball? I don't know. There's not enough shooting and scoring on this team. It doesn't matter if it's regular season or playoffs. We can beat all the teams that we're going to see in the playoffs. I mean, yeah. We've beat them. A 7-game series, though? I don't know. Ben shot a 3 after the whistle. Yeah, you're pretty right about Mike Scott. He doesn't really add much value at all to a team, really. Besides getting hot from 3 once in a while.
Come one, come all, and prepare yourself for a trio of bold flavors from Taco Bell. A taco so melty, yet crunchy.
You're not getting any Cheez-Its. Stop. Sit.
This car insurance company offers education discounts. Sounds great. I am a high school grad.
Yeah, but you have to be a college grad to qualify.
So high school doesn't count.
Not to us.
Rates should be based on how well you drive, not how well you're educated. Cure Auto Insurance. Your kid just
Close your legs. Be a lady.
Here's the tough part. Not paying an arm and a leg for car insurance. Wish I understood, but I don't have kids. Or arms or legs. Affordable new driver rates for families. Cure Auto Insurance. Drive well.
Give them a chance. If it don't, we'll fire Brett Brown and replace Brand. Well, yeah, I don't know if Belton Brand will get fired. I think Brett Brown will take the fall because the media's already been asking for it for 2 years now. And if they get bounced in the first round this year, yeah, Brett Brown would definitely get fired, I would think.
Your local Kia dealer. Visit Kia.com to see what it means to get it everywhere.
Frankie Ramirez, my dog already ate, man. It's gonna be okay. Are you an animal rights guy or something? What's up? Keep asking about my dog. We gotta promise ourselves to never get hyped over off-season jump shot videos again. Shadow Steve, I agree. $100 million for a backup center. I don't get it either. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm saying nobody does that when you need shooters on your team. Wilt is the best 76er ever. Well, yeah. Of course he is. Because he was a freakish 7-foot-tall athlete in an era where nobody else was that freakishly athletic. I think Wilt would be really good even in today's NBA. But, I mean, he wouldn't put up the numbers that he put in that era, dude. Like, he like averaged a 50-point triple-double. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Harris off the miss by Jeremy Lamb. Sixers did a good job keeping the Pacers at arm's length so far early in the third.
Your dog is wondering who you're talking to. She's looking at me. If the Sixers are built for the playoffs, would it be fair to say the Bucks are built for the regular season? Yeah. We beat the Bucks, but that's also because we made the most three-pointers in Christmas Day history. Average a 50-point triple-double and played every game that season. Yeah. Anthony, what are you doing? I'm still recovering from Saturday. Alright guys, I think I'm going to cut this off. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for hanging out and chatting it up with me about the Sixers. I'm going to lay down and watch the rest of this game. Sixers will win it all. I bet you a case of beer. You think the Sixers will win the championship this year? Alright guys, thanks a lot, man. I'll let you know next time I do one of these live streams for a Sixers game. You all take it easy. Have a great night. Yeah, I think I'll make a post-game video. I don't have anything to do tonight. Peace!
Say bye.